It's kind of crazy to think how one little segment can completely save something in the world of pro wrestling. Whether that be a match or a promo segment or anything that happens, say, backstage. Regardless of what it may be, the smallest things can save a feud sometimes, and we're seeing that with Jey Uso and Gunther. What felt like a dead feud that was going absolutely nowhere on this road to WrestleMania has all of a sudden been cranked up to 1,000 with the most recent segment that we got between Jey, Jimmy, and Gunther. So we're going to take a look at that segment, and we're going to take a look at what happened before the segment and why things weren't necessarily working out. And then I'm going to ask the big question at the end of the video: did this save the feud? And before we get too far ahead in the video, I want to say that if you are a WWE fan, consider subscribing to this YouTube channel because that's all we post is WWE related content. So if you are a WWE fan and you enjoy WWE content, consider subscribing. It's free. You can always change your mind later. When Jey Uso initially won the Royal Rumble, a lot of people were wondering, who was he going to go after? We all kind of assumed that it was not going to be Cody Rhodes, which a lot of us wanted because we didn't want to see him and Gunther again. And right from the get-go, people obviously did not want to see Jey vs. Gunther again because we've seen them time and time again now, it seems like. So right off the bat, you are off to a bad start with that feud and that build for their WrestleMania match. Which really sucks because you have one of the more popular superstars that WWE has to offer in Jey Uso, while having one of the top talents that WWE has, period, in Gunther. So it was really disappointing to see just the lack of interest from this feud. And the big reason for that is we've seen them feud before, and it was relatively recent. In a recent video, I talked about how WWE manages to make Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins' feud feel special every time. And it's because, one, their chemistry is just simply fantastic, and B, they don't put them back to back to back to back. Now, I know that around this time last year, they were technically in a feud with each other, but there was so many moving pieces to that feud that it really never felt like it was Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. And because they are so good together, and because they don't put them back to back to back, it feels special every time. The same cannot be said for Jey versus Gunther. We have seen them feud time and time again, all within the last couple months, it feels like. And this is not me hating on Jey Uso or hating on Gunther. I love both Jey and Gunther, which is why I want to see them being presented better than what they were. Because up to this point, Gunther has not felt like the Gunther of old. And he really has not felt that way since he lost that stupid match to Cody Rhodes at Crown Jewel. And on the other hand, you have Jey Uso, who in my opinion has not been treated like the Royal Rumble winner to begin with. While I know it seems like I'm dogging on Alpha Academy, with all due respect, I love Alpha Academy, I love what they do, I love all three members of Alpha Academy, but they should not be anywhere near the Royal Rumble winner. And it just felt like when Jey kept helping Alpha Academy out, he wasn't super serious. Now, part of what got Jey over in the first place was he wasn't always super serious. But there is a time where the always fun-having, happy-go-lucky attitude just doesn't work. This is one of those moments. Because on the other side, you have one of the top talents that WWE has to offer. And it is just not a place for Jey Uso to just continuously saying yeet all the time. And for me, this feud felt like it was starting to get somewhere when Jimmy Uso got involved. I know that all of this is supposed to be about Jey doing things by himself and not with his brother. But when Jey and Jimmy get together, that brings out the best in Jey Uso. We saw it when they were tag team champions as part of the Bloodline. That was the best versions of both Jey and Jimmy. And it is just a nice, fresh thing when Jey brings back some of that Uso penitentiary Jey Uso. Because again, as great as the yeet thing is, there's a time to be serious and a time to yeet. So Jimmy Uso getting involved, I think really helped bring this feud back to a place where people started to get excited over it. And a lot of it had to do with Jimmy Uso slapping the hell out of Gunther. A slap that, if you delivered it to any ordinary person, would have dropped them to the ground and have them in tears. And that moment got the feud going again. It got people talking about the feud when a lot of people kept talking about John Cena, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and you could even argue that had this moment not have happened, Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre's feud probably may have surpassed this feud in terms of anticipation and excitement, because that feud is starting to get going as well. But what saved this feud entirely and got people really excited was the moment on Monday Night Raw in London, when Gunther zip-tied Jey Uso to the ring and made Jey watch as Gunther destroyed his brother Jimmy. That right there saved this feud, because now we are going to get an Uso penitentiary type Jey Uso, because he's going to be pissed that he took out his brother. And for Gunther's sake, he's starting to look like Gunther again. Because in this moment, and especially when he kept wiping Jimmy's blood all over him, forget about heel. He was one of the scariest people that WWE has to offer, period. So for me, this moment absolutely saved this feud. And now it has myself and a lot of other people excited to see them and excited to see what's going to happen next on this road to WrestleMania. So this is where I want to hear from you guys. Did this moment save this feud for you, or are you still not really feeling it? Let me know if you are excited for it. Let me know why you're not excited for it. As always, let me know all that stuff down below in the comments. And while you're down there, swing by the description and click the Linktree link. That link will take you to all of the social medias for this channel, and I do suggest going and checking out our X page. Besides YouTube, I am most active over on X. We do updates for Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, and the PLEs. And above all else, my main goal with the X page is to have a place for wrestling fans to go and talk about wrestling. Especially if you're like me and you don't have anybody to talk to about wrestling. So if you are like me and you're looking for a place to go and talk about wrestling, swing by an upcoming episode of Monday Night Raw, join in on the conversation, and maybe it's for you at the end of the day. With all that said and done, that is going to do it for this video here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, hit the like button. If you really enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button. Both are free. Both help out the channel a lot. Now, as always, stay tuned for more wrestling content coming in the future. We'll see you next time.